Listen, today I got very bored. If you don't know me, my name is Martin. I've been studying charisma and communication skills for 4 years straight. Whoa, that's crazy. And today I was like, we all people try to say everything, but in fact we say nothing. Reason for that is because we are so obsessed of what we are going to say that eventually that we are not gonna say absolutely anything. Here's the thing. When we want to say something, we should not be focused on what we are gonna say, but how we are gonna say it. I can come up to someone and say, hey bro, how are you doing? And I can also come to someone and say, hey bro, how are you doing today? You see the incredible shift in energy. Energy in conversations, energy in social interactions is literally life. If you have no energy with someone, you are not going to want to speak to them. Reason for that is because they are sucking you, like sucking you, yes, like an energy vampire. We hate those people because they are so over obsessed in their minds. You've probably met people like this. You have talked about with them and they were just so in their mind, they had no idea what to say. And as a result, they said absolutely nothing. Me and my other extroverted friend, we're in the gym and we met this one guy and we were asking him, hey bro, tell us, what kind of music do you like? I don't know. You shut the fuck up. What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you don't know? And I can guarantee you, he was so focused on sounding so right, so so polished that eventually he said absolutely nothing. Nothing. That's why instead of trying to focus on what you're gonna say, at least say something, right? You at least want to seem interesting. You at least want to take the spotlight. And that's another thing that I have just came into my mind. People are so scared to take the spotlight. Literally, I love the spotlight. You need to be a little bit narcissistic with the spotlight. I'm telling you, if someone takes my spotlight, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna mess you up so bad. Because you need to sometimes know when to take a step back from the attention, but also take a step forward to the attention. You know, you can just speak on the stage, influence absolutely everyone with this amazing microphone in your hand, and you are like boom, 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 amazing, huge energy, influencing absolutely everyone with storytelling, amazing speaking, confidence, everything. But then you also need to know how to take a step backwards. For example, if you will be on a date with a girl, you're not gonna be like, "What's up?" No, you're not gonna be like that. You'll be more kind, more present, more loving, seductive. You have this type of voice. Hello, how are you doing today? Something like that. Because that reflects the entire situation that you are in, for example. Let me give you another example. When you are in a room, you want to be big as the room. So let me give you on a scale 1 to 10. If I am on a stage and there are 10 people I'm speaking to, I'm gonna be like, yeah, guys, what's up? My name is Martin. Today I will show you how you can be more confident. But if I am on a stage and there are 1,000 people, woo, like now I'm big hand gesturing, like I'm big, like I'm huge. Like, what's up, guys? My name is Martin. Nice to meet you, everybody. And today I'm gonna show you how you can be 10 times more charismatic. But now, what will I do when I'm on a one-on-one with someone? Ooh, I'm gonna go and I'll be like, hey, bro, what's up? Nice to meet you. Tell me, what were you doing this weekend? You see, it is a much different energy throughout the entire spectrum. So to give you a spectrum, when I'm on a one-on-one with someone, maybe my energy would be like, I don't know, maybe 4 out of 10. Because I am knowing and I'm in this space that we may have a deep conversation. And I want to listen more. I want to be more present and not speak as much. Because that should be a 50-50 interaction. Right? But then, when I'm on a stage, I know I need to bring a bigger version of me. For example, right now on this video, I'm not talking to someone. Well, I am, but I'm not in a conversation. So it is basically like me being on a stage. I want to be as much entertaining as possible. And that's how I want you to look at the spectrum. Because if you look at speaking and as your life energy in social situations as a spectrum, you will do 10 times better. For example, it is like in morality. You are not gonna say someone is moral or immoral. You're gonna say he is more moral and less moral. So, for example, if someone is I don't know, killing children, then you are like, oh, he's less moral. But then maybe he sells the children organs to the charity and now he's helping the charity. You see, it is not that if he's moral or immoral, it's how moral is he. And the same thing applies to energy. It's not that you are energetic or unenergetic, it's how energetic you are. So let me exactly show you how this will work. When, for example, being on a one-on-one situation with someone, you're having a deep conversation, my energy might be just 2. For real. I'd be like, tell me a little bit more about that. Yeah. That is an interesting idea. I'll be like this in this listening mode. But when 1,000 people are waiting for me to speak about something, that's when I go crazy. That's when I will pull the 9 out of 10 energy, like super big hand gestures, like crazy facial expressions, everything. Because I know that is what the situation requires of me to do. And that's what you need to do also. If you will be in a situation where you are on a one-on-one with someone, or maybe you are just in a conversation where there are like 5 people like this, go much more if there are 5 people in a conversation than if there is 1 person in a conversation. Do you understand where I'm going with this? You want to be as big as the room will require you to be. And also, energy is the life of the entire conversation, of the entire social dynamics. You can say the perfect thing, but if you say it with the wrong energy, who gives a fuck? Nobody's gonna care, because you don't have the confidence behind the words that you are saying. So at the end, you're gonna end up in a very bad spot. Here's the call to action. If you want to be much more energetic, in groups, when you'll be speaking to maybe like 5 people, we all know these conversational groups that form sometimes. There are like 5 people inside the group, you are the 6th one, and to captivate the attention, you need to bring out more energy. For example, if you're gonna be with someone, one-on-one, chill. You have my permission to just be in the listening, active listening, psychiatrist mode. No worries. But if there will be like 5 people, you want to like storytell. For example, when I'm in a group, I'm like, and do you know, guys, what happened to me this weekend? Dude, this one guy, he came into the gym and he pulled down his pants and and I'm just saying a story, because that is what is required for me to do, to engage the social situation. So here's an action step for you. Remember this rule and practice it throughout this next week that you're gonna watch this video. If you are not gonna practice anything this week because you are a little pussy, don't subscribe, quit this video right now, go away. I don't want you here, because you are not gonna take any action to improve your social skills. So go away. But if you want to actually take this seriously and become a much more charismatic human being, focus on just your energy throughout this week, not on something that you're gonna say perfectly, but about being as entertaining as possible. And I can guarantee you that it's gonna give you much more success in charisma, in overall friendships, relationships, everywhere, than if you were just overthinking in your mind, trying to find the right thing to say. That's my action step for you. And a shameless plug, from me myself. If you want to work with me completely for free, well, actually, it's not gonna be for free anymore, because there is only 1 space left, and then, well, I'm putting it to paid. So it's literally your only moment right now to work with me for free on your charisma and coaching, and then it's gonna become paid. So this is literally your only chance to work with me, because we're gonna hit 50 members and then I'm gonna pull the price higher and it's no longer gonna be free. So if you are interested in that, click the first link in the description. I love you so much. Take care. Bye bye. Bruh.